Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a bit of an impromptu stream. I was feeling very chilled and relaxed. I thought, why not crack on with what I was doing the other night and continue painting these Moonstone miniatures. So that is what I'm going to do right now. If you fancy hanging out and saying hello, you are very, very welcome. Oh, Amanda, hello there. How are you doing? You okay? I'm very good, Manda. Yes, all good. First thing I need to do is give this brush a clean. I feel like it's not coming to a very good point. Let me give it a clean. Are you hobbying this evening or anything? Oh, nice. Painting horses for my Roman warband. Are you still doing the RC cars and stuff? You still doing the remote control cars? That was looking very cool last time I saw some of it. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, nice to chop and change a little bit, isn't it, and do some other bits and pieces. I feel like these brushes, these red grass brushes, are coming to end of life, I think. Might be time to break out some fresh brushes soon. Oh, I don't know if I did. I've not been online much today, so no, I didn't. Was that on the Discord? Was it? I shall have to check it out. But that's very cool. Good to know you're back into your. Well, I know you've been back for a little while. Actually, you've been doing your painting, haven't you? Oh, cool. I'll have to jump on and have a look. Good job. Hey, Retro Skelly, good evening, good evening. How are you, sir? Yeah, I'm gonna break out a new brush because this brush is pretty much losing its point. I need a point. Or do I break out the... Do I go with the Winsor & Newtons, or do I go with the Otis Opals? Oh, decisions. I don't really want to ruin any of these brushes. I think that's where we're at, though. Oh, cool. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, they look cracking. Very good, very good. I love the shields. The shields look really awesome, Amanda. Right. Okay, we're gonna go for the I've never tried a Winsor & Newton brush before, so let's find out what happens. Does my painting go to a level 10 with Winsor & Newton? Got a nice point, which is what I wanted. I'll try and stay on camera, but you know, it's like I normally drift off somewhere. We'll look up at the chat every now and then whilst I'm doing this kind of detail work, but if there's not much going on, I should probably just crack on and try and whiz through these little bits. But if you do join in the chat, say hello, I will see it. Know what you're up to, if you're up to anything. Let me know if you can see everything okay, or if the music's too loud. Hopefully it should all be good. Hey, Retro Skelly. Yes, everyone is well, my friend. So I did see you pop up on YouTube as well, mate. I just must have missed you. But thank you for coming over. I've got to draw a line in the sand at some point about where I stream, whether it's YouTube or Twitch. I think it's too confusing, I think, really. How you doing, sir? You okay? Oh, that's not good, mate. Well, very happy to always be just an ear to listen. But yeah, I hope you're okay, pal. Whatever it is, I hope you're all right. If chilling out here in any way helps, please do. The nice thing about this kind of hood that he's got on is there isn't an awful lot to highlight on it, really. I'm going to mix a bit of flaming orange in there to do some streams on the edges. I'm just going to go around, do all the little raised details in places. Just where the contrast paint's maybe settled a bit heavy, which is, can do that. I haven't yet. I actually accidentally missed last week's one, so I've seen this one is Winter Olympics, isn't it? It's downhill skiing, so I do need to have a go at that one. But I missed last week's one. I don't know what last week's one was. So yeah, I will probably do it tomorrow. I need to do it straight away, really, otherwise just forget. So never the wrong hobby. All hobbies are the right hobby. I don't want to make it look like this is glowing inside. Yeah, I always mean to. I need to do it like straight away. Otherwise, the week builds up and I forget to do it. So I need to make sure I sort of jump on it really. So yeah, it's I think it was downhill. Is it downhill skiing challenge on Winter Olympics on Master System? One that I haven't played, so that'll be good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Alex Kidd and Shinobi World. That was it. Yeah. Which actually, I bet is quite fun. So I might Even though the week's over, I might give it a go anyway. Play a bit of catch up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I do try and do it as like a, you know, give myself a practice run and then just go for it. So really, they are like 5-minute jobs for me. I don't like do it over and over and over again. I just kind of go, right, this is the challenge. Been given the game. Let's see how I do on sort of 1 or 2 tries. These trousers are coming out okay. I'm happy with these. I'm not happy with how many loose hairs I've pulled out of this Winsor & Newton first time round. Supposed to be the Rolls Royce of brushes. Couple of loosey gooseys in there. This dog basket under my legs. Dog's not even here. I don't even know what's down there. Need to sit a bit more up straight so I don't prick the old back. Yeah, these are looking alright. I'm gonna be careful down here because Trying to go too light, because that's where the leg's in the shadow, so I want it to still look like it's in the shadow. It sounds like the music from a not very popular anime or something. It's like the starting or end music. I'd like a little tiny dry brush. Where am I going to get that? Actually, maybe not too tiny. Bit of silver. Well, there's going to be no avoiding it in a minute. I'm going to need to do the skin. The bit I'd hate the most. But there's no way around it. And this dude has a lot of skin. It's really hard to paint skin realistically, that's all it is. So hard. in the miniature painting world, there's two things that people don't like doing. It is eyeballs and skin. Yeah, horses can be a pain to paint as well. Yeah, I agree with that, Amanda. There's a lot of things. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are annoying. Like even big flat surfaces are quite hard to paint unless you airbrush them, because you end up with, you can see the brush strokes in the models and stuff like that. But for me personally, getting skin to look right, it doesn't just look blotchy, is tough. But I think the only secret to doing it is really thin layers. I think that's the only way to do it. So that you can barely even see that you put paint on it, and you just slowly build up over time. Now luckily with contrast paint is that a chunk of it's been done already. Now I can just come in and sort of tidy it and add colour where I want it. So I am hopeful that a lot of it's been done. Could have done with catching that mould line on his shoulder there, but that is always the way. You shall ignore it. Sometimes it's so hard. You think you've cleaned. I did actually spend a good amount of time cleaning these miniatures, but sometimes they still have a mould line that seems to escape you. But as soon as you've got paint on it, it is very evident that it exists. Still isn't coming to a point without a scraggy end to it. That's not horrendous. Hey, bro, Seb. Sticking paintbrushes, indeed. Yeah, yeah. Get them to a nice point. You put it in your mouth. Use your tongue and your lips to make a nice point on your brush. Is the technique. Although this brush is, I'm not impressed so far by the Winsor and Newtons. They're not. One seems to be, maybe because it's brand new, got a few loose hairs kind of mucking about. But yes, licking paintbrushes is the technique used by many. Yeah, I didn't used to do it, and then I started doing it, and then I constantly do it. And actually, don't do it with a oil-based paint or anything like that. But certainly with an acrylic one, you're not going to do yourself any harm. And it is genuinely the best way to get a point on your brush, just by quickly running it on your tongue or across your lips. I do it all the time. The only time you have to watch out for it is when you're using contrast paints, because contrast paints taste disgusting. So if you do that and you've got a contrast paint on there because you haven't rinsed your brush properly, prepare to get a pretty foul taste in your mouth. Isn't that nice? How are you, bro Seb? You okay? No idea how this guy can see. He doesn't actually have a face. Bro said, very good, thank you. Yeah, very good. Very chilled. Hence why I thought I'd grab the paintbrushes and have a little... a little tinkle on the old brushes and get some work done. This guy was going all right. Actually, really happy with how he's turning out. He's looking pretty good. But for my standard, he's not. Oh, I need to stretch my neck. Cotton candy hair, man. And Obelix took a wrong turn. This like it does look like when I started doing the trousers, I realised it did have a bit of asterisks about it. Yeah, Obelix went a bit dark, didn't he? like carrying an incense ball around with him, and wearing a executioner's hood. That would be quite cool, bro. So to do a horror theme, but this is PG. This is PG friendly. But yes, you could definitely go white and then use your blood for the blood god to splatterize him up a bunch of. You could even have this thing sort of dripping as if he's just smashed someone's skull in with it or something. I can get the youngest to bed. Yes, Retro Skelly, I'll catch you a bit later on. Exactly, yeah. One second, everybody. Let me just deal with family matters a second. I'm just going to mute for a second. Alright, there we go, that's that taken care of. But yes, you could definitely go a darker route with this for sure. But Moonstone is quite a happy game. It's quite a, the miniatures in it are, if this was Warhammer, then yes. I wouldn't be adverse to, going a gorier, bloodier route, but we'll keep this clean. We'll keep it nice. I've certainly done a fair share of gory miniatures. One thing I've never tried is the use of Yoo-hoo glue to make like real tissuey type material, so you can really go to town on gore and slime and all that sort of stuff. I've seen people do it. It's a very cool technique. It dries clear and you can dry it into drips and sinew and stuff like that, and then paint it up. It looks really cool. I'll have to once the Moonstone's all painted up, we can do something completely new. Yeah, it would look cool, and I've seen it done on the Great Unclean one. There's someone who comes into the channel quite often called Tuffy Ears, and she's done it with some nurgling trolls and stuff, and it's really cool. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people do it, and it does come out, when it's done well, it comes out really cool. Right, this guy's not a million miles away from being done. Need to do something about the ball, so I'll do something with that in a second. I'm happy with the trousers, I'm happy with the boots, I'm happy with the hood, I'm as happy as I can be with the flesh, the skin, chain is alright, might rust it a little bit, just for funsies. Someone's let a dog out, so she's going to be barking now. Oh, I'm going to get a bit of Runefang silver and just scratch up this sort of gold ball thing. I think my daughter's coming in. Oh, she's trying to get the dog. Trying to get the dog in. Right, I need my little vortex mixer. If you've not seen this, this is a very cool thing. If you're into painting in any way, you should get one of these. You basically put your bottle on top. Shakes the hell out of it. Alright. Yeah, bring it, take her in. No, don't let her out because she'll just bark. Alright, cool. Alright, take that then. The old dog escape story. Right, the dog didn't escape. You opened the back door, dog ran out. I think what I'm going to do with the big metal ball is put a little bit of nulling oil on it, just to dirty it up a little bit. go. Like a bit of flesh shade. Yeah, there we go. I think he's done. I think that is the ogre finished, I think. Obviously the base needs doing, much like I did the others, but in general he is there. Now I need to remind myself how I did the bases. Grab old B key. Okay, so it was just some textured paint, some sprinkles, and some grass tufts. Okay, cool. We can do that. Phone's going off like mad. What's going on? Where's my little textured spreader? I always think I'm so organised and then I can never bloody find anything. Alright. That's done a runner on me. Fine, fine. That's how it wants to be. No one's irreplaceable. My body feels like I've painted enough, so this is what I've got done. Awesome, let's have a look. Retro Chef, hello my man. Hello sir, how are you feeling my friend? Days look great, Manda, yes. I think that counts as progress tonight for sure. Yeah, I'm all good, my friend. We just literally got this guy to a sort of tabletop standard, so I'm gonna base him up now. But yeah, he's come out all right. So yes, all good. Cannot complain, and will not complain. There we go. Still rough. That's not good, man. Sorry to hear that. It sucks that, you know, you can you always seem to be ill at the weekends. Like, bloody job where you get paid sick you seem to be fined for. And I'm sure you'll probably wake up Monday and be like, oh yeah, I feel alright. So you get to make it work. It's your weekends that you lose out on. It's a little bit rubbish. How are you enjoying the Amstrad? Are you still finding things to play on? Well, easy, Tiger, easy. Right, there we go. Right there. Oh, I need a cloth. Let's grab a cloth. Yeah, Amanda, that's a good job. Like I said, I've very rarely painted horses, but that's looks like you're onto a good start. Get those base layers down. Okay, I need a bag of basing materials. Okay, we've got some tufts. We've got some woodland kind of basing material. Get a bit of a sprinkle on here. I don't normally do this. I normally do like a whole batch at the end. With this project, I feel like it's nice to just do one model to completion at a time. It feels like you're making good progress. I wouldn't normally paint and then base, and then I'd normally do all of the miniatures painted and then go around and do all the basing. But just feels a bit more like I want to do something. Yeah, so if you haven't seen me do this before, the reason why I'm going with really brightly coloured tufts of grass rather than greens or browns or what you typically expect is because the story of Moonstone is that the ground is infused with magic, and your characters are going around collecting the Moonstone, which is buried in the ground. So I thought, with that in mind, well, if the ground's infused with magic, surely that would have an effect on the flora and fauna of the forest. So I'm going to represent that by having almost avatar type plant materials. So we have these blues and these greens and these pinks growing up in the forest floor. So. Okay, man, no worries. Have a good rest of your evening. See you next time, yeah? Thanks, Manda. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Good to see you, or at least read you. See you next time. Right, then I need my brown. More Fang brown, there it is. So after this, we're going to switch to the rabbit, because I think I can do that on. There isn't actually an awful lot of detail on that miniature. It's a cool miniature, but it's a giant. It's a giant rabbit. End of the day, it's going to be that difficult to do. Right, so we'll let the ogre there dry. Let's grab the old jackalope. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this yet. No worries, Cotton. Catch you later on, my friend. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Yeah, I will absolutely get some pictures up onto Instagram and such. I've kind of neglected things recently. It's really hard to do. Now that I've been doing a lot more YouTube stuff, really hard to keep on top of all of the things you need to do. So your Twitch stream, your YouTube videos, your Facebook group, my Discord. I don't do anything with that at the moment. I need to sort of get back into it. Hard to remember to like do. Oh yeah, I've got to post that. I've got to do this here. I've got to go there and do that. And I wonder. Obviously, the big YouTubers and big Twitch streamers, they talk about it like it is a full-on time job, because there's a lot that you have to try and keep on top of. A lot of management of stuff. Right, I do actually want to use the Black Templar again. It sounds like it's empty. Yep, that is an empty Black Templar. Oh. Luckily, we have another one. Got the old ball in there. Get out of there, you stupid little ball. Anyone got plans tomorrow? We tend to be very rugby orientated on a Sunday, so rugby in the morning. Of course, England are playing in the afternoon tomorrow. Need a win. I have no idea how I'm going to paint this bunny rabbit's eyes. Let's have a look at real rabbit eyes. They're just black, aren't they? Rabbit eyes. Yeah, just. Well, actually, they are black in the center, but they do have coloured out bits, so we could do that. We could do. I quite like the green I've already got on my palette. I wonder if that'll work. Just staring right into your soul. That didn't work. For some reason rubbed out the paint. Get an actual black. Ain't bad. For an eyeball. Even how hellish eyeballs are to paint. Retrobait, hello mate. It's shed time, nice. Enjoy the shed, my friend. Get in there. Congratulations on passing your exam, buddy. Get that pint of wine in you. Well, I'm sure you've had a couple of pints of wine since that happened, but right, I want to lighten the hell up on this bit, so I'm going to get a bit of Corax white. We're going to go a bit crazy. We're going to dip a bit of this in this brown I've just made. Oh, that's maybe a bit too crazy. I mean, I said crazy, then went completely shit nuts on it. Nice, nice, good. It is well deserved. Honestly, mate, there was nothing worse. To me, exams are the worst things. I've had to present to thousands of people before. I've been on stage and talked to thousands of people in presentations, and it never phases me whatsoever. But I have to. There is an exam I actually need to go and do, and I just keep putting it off and doing other things, and you know, just avoiding the hell out of it. Like, it won't change anything for me. It's just one of those things that really I should do it. So, but man, I never, I just freaking hate anything to do exactly anything else. I can do anything. I can, you know. So yeah, to get to it is an achievement to go and do it. So well done. Yes, rugby in the morning, my friend. James, my oldest son, he has a match tomorrow. The other two are just training. So yes, yeah, and then obviously rugby in the afternoon. Did you watch the games today? They were very good. Thought the France-Ireland game was very good. Potentially Ireland throwing it away in the last couple of minutes with a bit of bad ball handling. You know, they were on the charge. Clock would have run out, but they would have carried on, and I reckon they potentially, maybe if they only needed a penalty, right, to draw it. They could have got that, but threw it away in the last seconds. But yeah, no, good games. France obviously looking on form to win, I think. See how England does tomorrow. I think we've got to be on to beat the Italians, I think. I think we'd all be disappointed if we don't. But yeah, great, good to watch, certainly. Did you have to take much stick in the week from the Scots being up there? Yeah, I really thought they might, you know, when I saw they had about, you know, what were they? They were a good minute or so left on the clock, and they were in control, and they were on the charge. I thought, you know what? If they can get it in that end, they might get a cheeky penalty out of it, and that'd have been at least a draw. But when it went out to the wing, I don't know who dropped it, but he certainly fumbled it and then lost possession. That wasn't too bad all week. Oh yeah, of course, yes. Yeah, I suppose if you're gonna live in that end of the world, you're gonna get it, aren't you? Funny, I've travelled all over the world, yet I've never been to Scotland. Exactly, yeah. I think, and I think they were going for it. Just that throw out to the line. He just didn't control the ball. You know, that bit of hastiness, a bit of lack of focus and concentration in the dying seconds, dropped the ball. So I think if they caught it and continued, they would have started all the way down. Maybe have got, you know, and either would have certainly had a crack at a try, or might have got a cheeky penalty out of it. Oh mate, I'll definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. It's almost Scotland, yes. Well, I'm up north I'm up north next. Well, north from me, and actually it feels quite north. I'm up in Leeds next week. Thursday and Friday I'm in Leeds, and then a couple of weeks after that I'm in. I want to say Darlington, which is even slightly further north. It's about an hour more north. You know, for me that's really north. Like super north. Not quite Scotland north, but getting up there. Yeah, exactly. They had, you know, if you're in control of the ball, don't matter if it's in the red, does it? You can, as long as you're not doing anything silly. But yeah, so you know, I think when they look back at it, they'll probably analyse it and think we could have come away. I reckon they could have come away with a draw, and they would have deserved it. They did really well to keep coming back. But hey, you know. Yeah, I quite like getting the train up to Leeds. I don't go very often. I've got some team up there that I go and see. I get to get a cheeky first class train on the way up. So you know, bit of breakfast in the morning, nice seat. No, most of the time the first class carriage is empty, so it's very nice. The only time I sort of like have a bit of privilege is like go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go up first class, and I mean I don't, company pays for it, but you know it's yeah, why not? Don't normally treat myself to things, but I do like I tell you what I don't like, because I don't like a packed train. So the train up to Leeds is normally always quite packed, so I'd much rather have a bit of space. There's also some good retro shops in Leeds, so if I get a chance, I'll have a quick nip around those. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a bone. That's what I want. I want a bone colour. This needs a jolly good shake. Where's my little shaker? Yeah, cheers, pal. Yeah, I mean it's I think travel and that now is pretty. It's all back to normal now, isn't it? Really. I'd still wear a mask on public transport and that, like because I have to get a commuter train into London, and then I don't get the tube. I get the overground to King's Cross and then go up from that. Exactly. Well, the funny thing is, so in a couple of weeks' time, I've got to go to Games Workshop in Nottingham for a meeting up there with some of the people that run Games Workshop, and I said to my son that maybe he can fake a sickness on that day, because when I'm in the meeting, he can go around, because at Games Workshop's headquarters, and it's in Nottingham. At their headquarters, they've got this big exhibition centre, so he'll love going around that. And then when I finish my meeting, he and I can, you know, go and do some hobby time. Gotta have the perks, haven't you? I'm not sure the missus is going to go for it though, 'cause she's like, no, he can't miss school. And I was like, yeah, but come on, it's one day. What's the harm? He was obviously immediately up for it. He's like, yeah, Dad, I'll definitely do that. And I was like, I know you would do that. Yeah, the Nottingham, in Nottingham, there's an area called the Lead Belt. And it's pretty much where all the miniature manufacturers were or are. So Games Workshop are there, and obviously Lead Belt because they used to be all made out of lead. So a lot of the companies are up there. So if you're into your tabletop wargaming and stuff, Nottingham is a bit of a hot spot to go, really. But yes, given that I've got to go and see Games Workshop anyway, it's funny because I'm involved with both of kind of two companies I use all the time, Games Workshop and CEX, so I get to do a lot with them. Well, this model's quite simple. I don't really know what I can do with this because, honestly, it's kind of, I won't say done, but yeah, four's definitely young, but you can get him playing with some miniatures and stuff like that. You know, some of them now are even clipped together. If you want to try some, mate, I'll send you some models. I've got loads, so I can send you some little Space Marines and stuff. So at that age, do you know what I did with my youngest? Was I literally got the little men. So got some soldiers, got some for him, got some for me, and then just make up values. Like say to him, because at 6 years old, you're gonna, so at 4 years old, you're gonna start teaching him numbers. So you know, 1 to 6 is a good place to start. So that's a 6-sided dice, and you can say, on a 1, 2, 3, we miss each other. On a 4, 5, 6, you hit me. And then you just sort of like roll dice together and get into that sort of like, get used to the habit of moving miniatures and rolling dice to see what happens, you know. So I hit you on a 4, 5, 6, and if you then roll a 4, 5, 6, you deflect the bullet, yeah, you know, and all that sort of stuff. So almost play games, but introducing dice into it. That's how I did it. And now my youngest, who's now 7, he won't play anything unless he's playing it with dice. So even when he's playing his own games, he writes down little attributes about the characters, or if they get 6s, they do this, that, and the other. And then it becomes really easy when you start to transition into actual games. So yeah, that's what I would do, is just bring dice and sort of mechanics into playing. But yeah, I can chuck some models in a little jiffy bag for you, mate, and send them up to you, and you can show them, because it's an expensive hobby. But yeah, but it's nice because it's playing with purpose. So it's like, you know, you're sort of playing games, but there is a bit of strategy to it. Like my eldest James, I genuinely believe his love of tabletop wargaming and stuff like that has helped him in his schooling. He's a really good problem solver. He's really good at quick maths. The biggest thing I've painted, I'll show you. So I could paint big things, yeah. So I mean, these are, as you can see, that's the size of my hand, and that's the size of the model. I've got things like yeah, there's a big demon thing. So, you know, if I put that next to this, you'll get an idea of how big it is. I've painted I'll probably have to pick the camera up for this so you can see it. Okay. Oh, I just knocked his wing off. Oh well. I've got to stick his wing back on again. But yeah, thankfully I have knocked that off before. But yeah, you can see the size of the models. Luckily, that wing does actually do that, so don't worry. I have knocked this wing off before. Goes and sticks back on there. But yeah, I have painted all sorts of things before. So yeah, I paint you know, really small stuff. So for the I've painted armed forces before. So in here I've got things like, you know, World War II miniatures, and then I paint really small stuff. So then you can get really small. So then you get what this. So this is again. So if you look at, that's what they call 28mm. This is 15mm. Can't think what this is. This is even smaller. And then up to the big stuff that you saw me doing. Yeah, so this is a game called Bolt Action. This isn't by Games Workshop. This is by a company called Warlord Games, and this one is a game called Flames of War. So it's just a different scale. Now this one's really cool because when you get to a smaller scale, it's almost like you're zooming out on the map on the battle, so you can have a lot of stuff if you want to do a big battle. So then you've got things like you know, tanks and stuff like that. Yeah. I've done you know, I mean, pretty much every genre you can think of, I've painted miniatures for. There isn't much I haven't painted a miniature for. Yeah, well then you'd absolutely love. So bolt action, because it's 28mm, is more skirmishy, like and then Flames of War is when you want to have like a lot of soldiers. Like I've got, you'll have to see it. I'll maybe send you a picture of it. But I've got a setup on the table behind me, which is an entire sort of Normandy village, where I 3D printed all the houses. I 3D printed like a ruined church, and it's all set out. I'll ping you some pics of it, man. You always wanted an alien tank. Well, yeah, if you can find one, mate, I can 3D print you one. There will be models out there for sale for sure. There is an aliens game. You know. I can guarantee you there'll be a 3D print. It's a cool hobby to be in, you know, especially with kids and stuff. So, because it just is something different. Like me and the boys, when we sort of break out a game, we can play that game for the entire day. You know, some games will take 5 or 6 hours to play through. And as much as obviously we love playing video games and stuff, it's nice to have something that's a bit different. And for me, it's just like a real relaxation hobby. So. Well, again, I feel like we're there. Don't know what else I can. No worries, man. Cheers. Cheers, pal. Catch you soon, yeah? Have a good Sunday if I don't speak to you, mate. If the chat goes dead quiet, I will probably finish up after this miniature. We will get this one textured, get the base down, and then we'll see what's cracking, and then maybe we'll call it. Where that big hole was, we'll just shove one of these in. There we go. Hole magically disappears. Right, I need those to dry for a sec, so we will do a bit of a tidy up. But on the stream tonight, we have managed to get 2 miniatures finished, which is pretty cool. The only thing to do is, as always, is a quick bit of matte varnishing, but perhaps I will, as there's nobody here, maybe I'll do that off stream. But yeah, let me get things straight again, and then we can see. Literally can't touch the bases until those bases dry. Should be dry in a couple of minutes. Probably a while. Put this paint away, they'll be dry. I'm definitely happy with how they've turned out. That's always a bonus. Okay, last few buckets. I always say it, but I always seem to use way more paints than I think I use. That was a lot of paint here to put away. I've been about 20 pots. Right, while that's drying, let's fix that wing I broke when I was showing off. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry about that. I just gave everyone a bit of a freak out there. I'm not sure that's 100% right. No. There we go. Problem with the old Archeon is he's an amazing model, but my goodness, is he prone to being caught on something, smacked by something. Covered in bloody spikes. Bound to hit something. Ugh. Okay, right, where were we? But I'm going to hit the old airbrush, so if you hear a little bit of a rumbling, it's just the tank filling up. So don't worry too much. I don't think the mic picks it up anyway, but it is there. I'm just going to use a bit of matte varnish now on the miniatures. Yeah. Finish them off. Yeah, so I've shown it a million times before, but I use AK Interactive's matte varnish. For those that don't do miniature painting, you varnish a miniature because the paint is very thin and very delicate, and therefore the acids from your fingers or just picking up and playing with them, or if you dropped it by accident, the paint is very easy to chip off, and you don't want that paint job you've just put together to chip off. So some people go with a not matte, gloss varnish. There you go, I couldn't get the word out. A gloss varnish, but it will leave your miniature looking really shiny. I prefer a matte finish, but you can also go a gloss varnish. Gloss varnish is actually more protective, and then do a matte varnish over the top. I don't go that far. I just never have had a problem with matte varnished miniatures, so you know, I don't kick them around a football field. And also for contrast paints, which is what I mostly paint with, the majority of what I do is using a actual brand of paint called Games Workshop Contrast. It actually dries quite shiny, and therefore the matte varnish is not only just a protection, but for me it's also like a finishing. So yeah, we will do both of these in the same fashion. So yeah, there we go. These are these two models that we painted up. So we'll do this one first. Houston, I seem to have a problem. Don't seem to be getting anything out of my airbrush. Okay, that's interesting. Might have a bit of a blockage. That looks a bit weird. Okay, I'm going to take the airbrush apart quickly. I've said so many times that this airbrush has never let me down, and then all of a sudden it wants to play silly buggers. Let's try and find out what's happened. I'm guessing it's this nozzle that's become blocked, so. Clear to me now. This is an interesting end to the evening. My airbrush has become completely jammed up for some reason. And I can't tell you why. Not because I don't want to, I just don't know. There's a good bit of airbrush repair work live on air. Ah, we've had some sort of reaction to something. There we go, that's what's happened. It is well gummed up. I imagine that is the alcohol or something that I cleaned this out the other day. Having some sort of funky reaction. Yeah, that's all gone to jelly inside. I've not seen that before. So that's a reaction with the cleaning fluid of the airbrush and the matte varnish. There must be a property in that that's making it have the reaction that it's had. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another airbrush so that I can finish the stream, and then all of this is going to go into my sonic cleaner. But I'd like to get the stream finished. So let's grab another airbrush. Luckily, we always have a second. And this one looks and feels good to go. Raise off a little bit. Yeah. So we're going to just use this one. Okay, let's give him a nice good coating all over there. Right, last one. We'll do the wear rabbit. There we go. The only thing this rabbit will get off stream is I'll put a little dab of glaze on the eyes, so they have that kind of, well, they look like eyes. Right. Right, so I'll show these off and then that'll be the end of the stream. So I'll start saying thank you now to everyone that's hung out this evening. It's been super cool. We started off with the orc, or the ogre. Oh, yeah, definitely he's not an orc, he's definitely an ogre. So here he is in all his glory. So yeah, I think he's turned out pretty well. I'm really happy with the look of him. Maybe let me see if I can turn this light down a little bit so you can, there you go, it maybe gives you a better look. There you go. So yeah, really happy with him. Nice tabletop ready. Good to play with. Good to get on the table. All good. And then we did the jackalope. So here he is, the quite freaky, staring into your soul jackalope that will befriend you and then probably over pet you and kill you. But yeah, nice and simple, but it came out all right. So yeah, 2 minutes is done. Really happy with that. Thank you everyone for hanging out on the stream. Much appreciated to everyone who popped in and said hello. If you're watching this back, you're crazy, but I'm glad you did. That was a 2 and a bit hour stream, so hopefully if you were painting something along with me, you also got something done. But much appreciate anyone who hangs out live, or hangs out, that's a word, or watches afterwards. I'm now going to fix my airbrush because God knows what went wrong with that. And I will see you all on the next one, alright? See you later. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.